Like I can feel if a ghost is here.
Can you feel a ghost right
No.
now? Don't you think that is also... Is there a spirit?
I can actually smell. They have their own smell too. I can actually smell if they pass me by.
What can you describe?
I can see them. Some very awful. I see them, but I can't hear them, and I can't speak to them.
So, wait, you see them? So you see them physically manifest?
Yes, like passing.
Passing. Do you like see them move their mouth or anything? Like when they're talking, but you can't hear?
I can just stay safe. At times I might just stay. I will just be on my own. Somebody, like if I'm wearing wig now, you see my wig down safe most times.
From the Horse's Mouth is an outlet for people that have unbelievable stories. Stories that can be classified as supernatural. Today, I have Lolo here with me. Thank you for coming, Lolo.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get into your stories, could you please tell me about your background?
Oh, well, I will say that I'm from a large family. My grandmom was a spiritualist. And I think I got the gift from her anyway. But because I never wanted to go deeper, so I don't want to follow that route. So,
Okay.
yeah. I'm a mother and a wife.
Lovely. So you told me about a few things. I'd like you to start by sharing the first story you told me. You shared with me.
Okay. I think I was around 21 years old. You know, when you follow your friends to go to eat jollof rice, naming jollof rice.
Party.
A party.
Okay.
So one of my friends came and she was like, let's just go. They are having naming ceremony and their family. I said, okay, what am I using my self to do? Let me just go and have fun. So we got there. It's all this colonial kind of house, wooden days house, wooden upstairs at Ebutemeta. So when we got there, we sat. But later I got to the building, I just felt like everything that I've been in this place. My mind was like, I've lived here before. Like I know everything. So I said, I want to use the restroom, the convenient, and they said the one downstairs is bad, I should go upstairs. So while climbing the staircase, the sound, everything, the pictures, all the decoration seems so real, like I've been here before. So familiar. So after I've used the convenient, I coming down, I was like, no, let me just sit down and watch. Then I saw one old woman there with tribal mark, her name, everything. And the baby they were to name that day was having a fresh blade wound.
Blade wound?
Yes, fresh.
A baby that they were
a
doing
baby, new baby.
So who shot the baby?
I have not seen such a thing, so I was like surprised. So even when people had a baby born with fresh, so the whole place was populated, like people were coming to like, let me even come and see how true, how can a baby know? So, and I wanted to carry the baby, but the mom said no, that I have to wash my hand, because it's a newborn baby, this, that. And when I carried the baby, it felt as if like I've carried him before. Even the mom, even the baby's grandmother, everything just looks so real. So after that experience, I went home and I told my uncle that this is what I experienced where I went today. See. All of them started laughing. Because most if I tell them that I see something, something just passed, but it's not a human being, it's a spirit. They say, she don't come again. So nobody believed my story. But they followed me. I took ill actually.
After that experience, you got sick?
I got very sick, very, very sick. So my uncle followed me and we couldn't start asking them questions based on we don't know them. So he was trying to observe some things, the names, where the position of the frames, like decorations, everything that I've mentioned.
So even their names were familiar to you as well?
The names were familiar, especially the old woman with
tribal marks.
So like somebody that she seems like somebody I've lived with before, like somebody I've known real life. So after that I took ill. And I think that was a turning point for me, for my family. They started believing me, as in like, because my uncle I stayed with is from my paternal home. But my grandmom is from my maternal home, which she was a spiritualist. So from my father's side, they started believing some of the things. When I tell them I see something like this, I see something, I feel something like this, or I smell something like this.
So what if someone were to ask you now, like, see that experience, how were you able to like make sense of it? What's your theory of that whole experience?
I just don't know what to say, but when people say that like you've been here before, I believe it, and I believe reincarnation also. I really believe, because I see so many cases.
Because there are some times where you have like this deja vu experience where you feel like you're doing something or you're somewhere you've never been and you feel like, why does it feel like
I've done this?
Yeah. But yours is even more like a step, because you recognize the person even though you don't know
with
them.
The name.
You recognize their names, you recognize the pictures, everything. Wow.
Everything.
And you got sick. Do you think that experience made you sick, or is it tied to the sickness in any way?
I think so, because almost my head was like, at that time I couldn't just comprehend, like, that how is this so real, and then when I started seeing other things, I was like,
other things. What other things have you seen?
Many. Like I can feel if a ghost is here.
Can you feel a ghost right now?
No. I can actually smell. They have their own smell too. I can actually smell if they pass me by.
What can you describe?
I can see them. Some very awful.
Like a dead body.
Not like dead body. Very. I don't know how to put it. Very awful smell. Like I don't even know how to put it. But you notice that something like this has just passed your heart here. I see them, but I can't hear them, and I can't speak to them.
So, wait, you see them? So you see them physically manifest?
Yes, like passing.
Do you like see them move their mouth or anything? Like when they are talking, but you can't hear it?
I can't hear. If they are moving their mouth, I can't hear.
You can't hear anything?
Yes, I don't have the gift to hear them, but I see them.
Do you think if you had like practiced what your grandmother practiced, you'd harness that gift? You think so?
Yeah.
Well,
so because I don't want to go.
There's a disconnect. Okay.
I don't want, because of mental health. I don't want to go there.
You don't think you're ready for all of that?
No.
When was the last time you experienced all this? When was the last time, you smelled a ghost or you saw a spirit or when was the last time this happened?
I still saw one last week at Obalende when I was going to Aja.
Last week?
Yeah.
Can you describe that for us?
Actually, a beautiful lady.
Dressed?
Just dress passed. But I was the only one seeing. I don't know if other people have gifts like me that saw it too. But I see her going.
Yeah, but how do you know she's like a ghost? Did you see, like, was she wearing something different?
If you have the gift, if they pass you, you will know. Yes, you get shivers. If they pass you, you will know. You will feel it yourself. You will feel a very cold breeze, and at times goosebumps all over you. You feel it.
So you think, not only do you believe these ghosts and spirits exist, you believe they even like come and live within us?
Yes, they go to market, they buy things also. Like when I was younger, my grandmother would go to river for cleansing, for people that have spiritual problem. She would tell you that you go early in the morning or in the evening.
Late in the night or?
Early in the morning or in the evening, not night.
No night, okay.
And you don't usually go in the afternoon, except you have something very urgent, and you need to appease them before you do that. Because afternoon is a very delicate time for humans to communicate with them actually in the river. Because by that time, the old ones are resting, while the younger ones have gone. So if you want to appease them, you meet them at home in the morning. So you do that very early in the morning. And when coming back, you don't greet anybody. Even when somebody greets you, you don't answer.
These are like rules.
Rules, yes, because...
What's the... Okay.
She told me that after communicating with them, you are not... If you went for them for help to appease for somebody, to beg them to leave this so person or help so person, you are not supposed to answer anybody till you get to your house and you had your bath. There's a spiritual bath you have to have before you can even answer greeting. Deep, right?
So, do you know, like, what would be the consequence if she now breaks that and talks to somebody before she does the bath?
Spiritual things are not things you play with. That's why I stayed off. Because if you are not serious-minded, you are not supposed to even go and play with them at all. Because they can harm you.
So they have spirits?
Yeah.
Your grandmother was a water...
spiritualist.
Is it wine?
Ezenwai. When Ezenwai is Ezenwai, not these ones they do now, they pour Fanta everywhere, polluting the whole place. When I mean Ezenwai, I mean Ezenwai. Not these ones they are doing now, tying white all over. That is not it. Because the real debates and the real Ezenwai, they are not on social media.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think over time they've acclimatized?
I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying.
Okay. So,
the real debates and the real Ezenwai, they are not on social media. I'm telling you the truth. You won't see them on social media. They don't even have time for that.
Because they are too...
Spiritual things are not something you toy with. They are not jokes. They are not comic. They are not this thing. You won't see them. I'm serious.
Tell me one thing you saw your grandmother do that made you, like, this woman is powerful.
There is so many.
Tell me too.
There was a time they brought a child to her, and they said that the baby is dead. So I don't know. I was still young, but after turning the baby and using some herbs, touching and rubbing like oil on the baby's body and everything, she just told the mother that she should just leave the baby, that the baby is not dead. That the problem is that they shouldn't allow the baby to cry for a long time. That he doesn't like it. So that anytime the baby is crying, they should just try to pet and persevere the baby. They should just don't drop picking and say, cry now when you are tired, you shut up. No, the baby doesn't like it. So the baby was with her till next day. The baby sneezed. Not that he sneezed though. She did a lot of things, like all this, their
yeah.
incantation, whatever, rubbing of leaves, bathing the baby with herbs, cooked herbs, and everything. So that was it. That's the only one I've really like touched
Shocked
me.
you. Yeah.
That's
So I
all.
bring it.
And then she doesn't, if she wants to like work on someone, she doesn't use anything, how will I call it, all this new technology, like all this new maths. She used native. Everything she's using is native, like native maths. We call it ute in Igbo. That's ute. So ute, yes, that's
Ute,
what.
okay.
There's one they use to weave locally. That's where the person is going to stay. She does not use iron. She does not use plastic. She only use clay, like clay pots or anything that has nature.
That has sand.
That has sand.
Okay.
Maybe you want to bath with it, you use it to bath. You are not using plastic and you are not using iron. That anything that is modern, she does not use it.
So does that help us stay grounded?
Not all this one that are using Fanta. If Fanta no denko. So then when I was young, I do see signs too. Sometimes I would just come out, I would be like, I'm seeing thrones. I mean, real thrones.
Like symbols.
Yes, symbols, like real, like chair thrones. Yes, thrones, yes,
wow.
thrones, yes, real thrones,
Like
and crowns surrounding many times.
Wow.
But this happened to me when I was younger.
When you were younger,
And
did you
NJ,
feel
but
like you lost it?
as I get older,
You started losing it.
yes.
But the one that didn't leave was the
No, that one doesn't.
ghost one.
No, it doesn't leave. And anytime that, like I've actually been praying to God to help me. Like if masquerade should pursue me, it means one of my relatives is going to die. Or if I just stay on my own, I'm not thinking of any bad thing. No.
Is that in your dream?
Yes, this is
dream?
my dream.
Okay.
But then in real life, tears start coming out. Like I'm on my own, tears start coming out. It means see somebody related by me by blood will die also.
So, despite you not practicing what your grandmother used to practice, you still have this gift. I've heard from people say a lot of the times when you have this gift, you have to, like, at some point you have to answer. You don't think you're obliged to do that.
I just don't want to go, although they've, like, most things I have, they always come to destroy it. If I should get a job now, the least I can work in that company or establishment will be 3 years. And I'm going to have a serious problem. And if I have shop too, if they don't pull it down, they'll get it bought. So, it's not something that, it's not like it's a made-up story.
No.
It's something that is real, like it happens to me. If I should go for interview, they will take me for that job. But I bet you after 3 years, they will just start frustrating me.
That's interesting because there's something we're shooting, like we're moving, talking to different people from different spirituality. So a lady that does this water thing you're talking about, she went to see her in Songota, and she shared a similar story. So what you're saying, her grandfather told her she would take over his shrine, and she left her hometown, came to Lagos, went to school, went to university, loved the church so much. She was like a top person in the church, and she owned a school. She said her school burnt down. When her school burned down, she called, I think it was her father she called. Her father is also into it as well. Her father told her that he was upset. It was like, whoever did this to you, before the sun goes down, they will go down. Or before the sun rises, something like that. And her father did some consultation. And he said, the person that did this thing, I can't do anything to them. It's the day it is.
Yeah.
They think it's your time to come back home. That's what I was asking. That's why I was asking that question. They think it's your time to come back home. and it's time to start your work, because this is what they told her since when she was born, that that's what she was called to do on earth. So her biggest problem was, she told her husband was like, yeah, go and do it, like, I'll support you, we'll go together, do it. So she was like, but what will people say? I was like, is it what people say, what will I say? I've supported you, it doesn't matter what people say. So she was able to like move her family. They went and she started the whole thing. She did the initiation, and everything just changed for her from then onwards. And I don't know, like, you just described all these difficult situations, and maybe there's something you can do to like take it all away. I don't know.
No, there's not. I don't think there's anything you can do. The experiences I had, I don't think there's anything you can do. It's either you just go into it, or you just stay and managing yourself. Because anything you venture into, they are really going to pull it down.
Yeah, but it's so crazy that you mentioned fire, because she mentioned fire as well.
Yeah. My shop has actually got burned 2 times.
2 times?
Yeah.
And they find the source of the fire?
I don't need to find out because I know who I am already.
Wow.
And a friend took me somewhere, like they really want to know what is wrong with me. But I know where my problem is. So we went to go meet the Ezenwani or whatever. So all these thing they use for divination, so she was carrying it. So, and the woman was just waiting all over. And she told me, no, I cannot do your work.
Wow.
That I shouldn't even go to river. Like, because my sister said that they wanted to know if I'm really Ogbanje or whatever. So the woman said they cannot even do Ogbanje work for me because I'm the one that's supposed to be doing the work for people.
So it is your problem.
Like going to river now to pour Fanta is just like, I want to get them angry, more angry, because according to tradition, I have left them for long. So going to do that is going to get them angry. Why are you coming now? So I'm just here.
What's the name of the Igbo deity for water? Like the water deity?
There's so many who have one million now, which
what's that mean?
That's water spirit.
Water spirit, okay.
And there's so many deities too that people have given name, but we know the one that is in one mirror. Some people worship the mermaid water. That's the image of the mermaid with snake. So many people worship different things.
You mentioned the ghost earlier on going into the markets. So you think ghosts like partake in buying and selling, like they do this,
sure,
what we normal humans do?
Sure. And they usually sell at night. That's their best market.
They sell at night? They buy and go and sell it?
They sell
to fellow ghosts.
Like people buy from them, like they are...
We buy from them?
Before. Are you scared?
They bought egg around there. So it could be from ghosts.
No, but seriously, there's a lot of things you can't just comprehend. And people just find that it's weird and it's hard to believe, but it's real. Yeah. It's real. That's why when you tell people some things, they say, no, I don't believe. No, you don't need to believe because you've not experienced it. You cannot doubt whatever you've not experienced.
So what would you say is your scariest encounter with these ghosts? Can you share with us?
Hey. Well, when I was younger, like I club, so I just noticed that outside there's this guy. Man, the guy is very handsome, very clean and looks rich and very handsome, and he just passed. I was like, this guy fine, no. But I have some feeling. I say, I try to like shake it off. No, this guy can't be what he is.
Wow.
He is. And he actually came with a very fine girl. That is a woman.
Oh, wow.
My head was just like...
I've actually heard stories of ghosts starting a family with a human. I've heard stories of ghosts going to visit relatives that are not aware of their death.
The one that happened was my husband's mom. That's my mother-in-law. I think she died on the 1st, that's New Year Day, 1st of January. Was it 2002 or 2003 or 2002? And because every first year they do parties in their place. So a lady was coming to Akoka to see her, but she met her at Yaba. But the lady said what surprised her was that mommy can never wear bedroom slippers, and she wore a very beautiful cloth, like, lace, the same attire with her headgear. But what shocked her that she was wearing slippers. She was not wondering. She wanted to ask her, in Yoruba, say, mommy, why are you dressed and you are wearing slippers? And moreover, you don't used to leave house 1st of January, so where are you going to? So, but she never ask. So she came straight to the family house and she saw everybody crying and this thing. So she was not saying, She said in Yoruba, mommy, I saw her now in Yaba. My husband was like, it's not my mommy you saw, but I believed her.
But nobody believed that.
But nobody believed her. And while we are mourning, she's still there, looking helpless. It's very pathetic and it's actually very sad also to know that you can't even help your loved one. It's very sad.
And she had a conversation with
Yes, why at Yaba?
Yes.
They talked as they spoke. Yes, they spoke.
Wow.
They spoke. You said, Mommy, he answered her.
So that could be another person that has the gifts but doesn't know.
And she came. But normally, that one happened randomly. If you don't know about their day, they can appear to you. That one is normal experience. That one is like day-to-day experience. It's not new. That one is not new.
Wow.
That one is not new.
So, what other story can you share with us about
maybe I will just share about my dreams because a lot of people will say it's just a dream. And I just want to tell people that
it's not just a dream.
The spiritual controls the physical. It's just that a lot of us don't pay attention. And that's why you see most of us falling into one danger or the other. You must just dream that, okay, you got to the bus stop, a Sienna bus pulled up, and God is telling you not to enter. I say, it's just a dream. The person will enter, and that's the end of that person. It can be bus, it can be anything. So I dream, and it comes to reality, as in like reality, no be say life.
So whatever you dream, the same exact details manifest in real life.
Initially, when we got married, if I tell my husband so thing, go just look me, go laugh. He said, see this one, go. But when he will come back, everything I told him will just unfold. He will be like, at times we just wake up and say, hey, madam, what will happen today? Because I'm about to go to work. So initially he doesn't take me serious, but these days, anytime I tell him, you men, you have this women want to control you. In fact, I will say in marriage, you guys are weaker vessels actually.
Really?
Yeah, we shield you guys a lot, but it's just that you don't know.
Oh, the wives shield the men?
Yeah.
The husbands?
But you people not gonna know. You
with
believe.
With your prayers or with what?
Everything. I think it's just a gift. But it's just that most women don't even know who they are. Or they don't want to be friends with their husband, because you need to be friends with your husband before he can listen to you and these things will work. So initial stage, if I tell my husband, this thing, don't go here, don't do this. So in fact, there was a time they wanted to bribe me with money. I say, Don't collect that money because there's a camera that will capture you and that will be the end of the day that you work. He just looked at me. He didn't believe me. He went, but he didn't collect the money. And truly, people were showing him on the phone what would have happened to him. All the thing I said. So now, these days, I've been long in marriage, 21 years in marriage. So anytime he feels something, he say, hey, madam, I don't go out. Wait till what happened today, tell you before I step out. We just laugh over it. But most time, if I dream, if I tell you, this is what I dream, honestly, it's going to happen. And not necessarily must be always be negative.
I was about to ask.
At times, promotion comes with it. Getting a good wife, getting contract comes with it too. So it's not really the negative aspect, no.
Like if you dream about like these negative things, do you have a way of like averting it? Like maybe you pray or you do something or you like.
Yes, if I dream about somebody that is very far, I just take my nzu and appease and pray.
Nzu?
Yes, it's like
chalk.
A chalk, yeah.
Native chalk, yeah.
So I pray with alligator pepper
I keep seeing about alligator pepper. What's the significance of it? I know about unzu because I know like
it's actually powerful, but I cannot go deep into it.
You don't want to share that knowledge with us? Okay, what does that? You can't even tell me what alligator pepper does. Not what you do with it, but what it does. What it can anybody here can.
Alligator pepper is like authority traditionally.
Authority.
Yeah. If you are the type that eats alligator pepper, you are not meant to lay curse on somebody. You're not supposed to use negative word.
I cheat sometimes, because they said it's
Yoruba will say only ashe. I don't know. That's Yoruba will say only ashe. It has authority. It's not something you eat and then you lay curse, and you have to be careful even when you have children around you, not to say negative word because it's very powerful. But a lot of people just say because they buy it 15 or 100 naira, it's something they can just abuse. No. And it has so many for people who are even deeper than me. It has so many.
Wow.
Alligator pepper, bitter cola. Once you are chewing it, you are not supposed to be using negative word on yourself or anybody around you.
Wow.
And if I had dream about myself in a negative way, I'm not stepping out of that house that day. Even my door, I'm not going to leave it. I'm not going to step out.
Because something will happen.
If I dream that I'm going to have a fight, I'm going to have a fight. If I'm dreaming that I'll have accident on the express and I move out, I'm going to have an accident on the express.
Is there nothing you can do to stop that from happening? You just go about your day anyway.
The only way I've known to stop it is not to go out at all. Not to move out of my house at all. I don't know any other way. Maybe there is any other way, but I don't want to start. I don't go out at all.
So what will you say to say if you're going to work that day, now what would you say to your boss? Is there a reason for not coming?
I won't go. I won't go. Because even when I worked with Lagos State government, if I have such a dream, terrible dream, I don't go.
You're not going to work.
And if I should hold this phone now, and it should just drop, and the screen crack, it's a very bad omen to me. I don't know for any other person. Or I'm holding a bowl or glass cup, and it breaks and fall. To me, it's a very bad. My mental health is going to be messed up if I go out.
Wow.
It's not going to be good, so I don't.
So, I've heard that there are people out there that believe that that is like what is it about alligator pepper having powers? There are people out there that believe that maybe the alligator pepper doesn't have power. The power comes from within, and is when you speak into the alligator pepper, or when you take that your human spirit and you believe in the alligator pepper, that's what works. Some people go as far as telling you that if you believe in this glass, this not the water even, the glass, and you say things to this glass every day, this glass will get some sort of power, and that comes from you. Don't you think that is also? Is there a spirit?
That one today, but the truth is that God created herbs also and created all kinds of fruit and herbs. And we should know for a fact there are herbs for evil and there are the ones too for good. So what do you say about that? Sure you understand? So alligator pepper, when you say it's just alligator pepper, no. Like as I said, if you are eating alligator pepper and bitter cola, you are not supposed to say negative word to yourself or anybody. That's why when your children or somebody is misbehaving, instead of saying you are very useless, you say, your enemy is very useless. So don't just use that word on the child. And like I said, okay, because it's sold very cheap, 15 naira, 20 naira, 100 naira, you can get it. That doesn't mean that it does not have authority. Everything that God created has its purpose. Some people say this thing does not give anything in the body. How do you know that? Are you the one that created it? Are you the one that made it? Everything God created, big, small, has purpose. So, and spiritual things are not something that you need to have a mansion like. No, it's tiny things using in the market. You can buy in the market, like bay leaf and rosemary. Now people use it for a lot of things, and some people use it just to cook jollof rice. People don't even know that people use it for spiritual work also. And most things that you find in spiritual houses are the things we even use to cook. Something that you see every day in the market because you don't know what is it for. You say, what is this one for? So the only thing I know, and my grandmom taught me about alligator pepper, nzu, that's chalk, native chalk, and bitter cola, that's akilu. Especially akilu and alligator. If you are chewing it, because they use it to pray. So anything used to pray for progress, when you use it other way around, it can also be bad. Also work, yeah. So that is it.
So you spoke about ghosts earlier on.
Okay.
Do you have any theory as to why these ghosts are just roaming? Is there any reason for why they're roaming?
I feel because they are younger, or because they've not fulfilled their purpose or their dreams.
Also, most of the ghosts you see are younger.
Younger. I hardly see the old people. I always see younger ones, maybe like people like late 30, 20, 15, 40. That's younger people. So, and I feel because they've not really fulfilled their purpose while they are here, their life was cut short. And like I said, if you have the gift and you have a cousin that died early, it can be very, very, very stressful. Like, it's very emotional. Can even get depressed because, like, you see, but since I cannot hear and I cannot talk, I only see. So you just feel, I wish I can, change this person, like have the power to bring this person back to life. It's very, very emotional. So the ones I see roam about are younger ones. Mostly younger ones.
You mentioned physical things happening to you and meaning something.
I can just stay safe. At times I might just stay. I will just be on my own. Somebody, like if I'm wearing wig now, you see my wig down safe most times.
Somebody will drag a wig off. Someone physically rips
Not
away.
someone, because it's someone I should be able to see there is somebody, there is a human being. But I know I know the people that do this are like spirits. And most times, if I want to enter like a wrong vehicle, you see somebody tapping me or drawing me with force. Like if I want to enter a vehicle now, and they know it's not good, it's going to end my life, or I'm trying to get into danger. If I will feel it, the person will just draw me with force back. And whenever I had that sound, I obey, I don't go. I don't. I will wait for the next bus, or I look for another alternative to go.
Someone shared a similar story to me. So what you just said.
Yeah.
Like, there's a time he felt like someone dragged him back from entering a bus that was going.
This is many times they drag me back, and many times I'll just hear my name. I hear somebody calling my real native name. You hear it clear and sound. I think this happened to most people too. So most time I'll just hear my real name, like my real name. Somebody calling me my real name. And initially when I was young, if they call me, I will answer. So my grandma said, don't answer. That is wrong, don't answer. So anytime you hear your name, you don't answer until you see that person that is calling you.
If you answer, what happened?
Some people do run mad through it though. Some people can even have other things through it. It's very wrong. Attack or whatever.
No, but if they are trying to protect you not to die, how would they want you to run mad?
If you are not spiritually gifted and you are not one of them, enemies can use it to attack you too.
Oh, okay.
That's the point. So when you hear your name, you need to know who is calling you. That's why, like in my place, I don't know other people, but in my place, you don't call people's name at night, like shouting the person's name at night.
Yeah, I heard of that. Like growing up, you don't shout people's name at night.
It's wrong to shout people. So I had like real experiences, like even drawing my clothes, slap into.
Oh, if you're sitting down, why would they just come and pull your wig and throw it?
I don't know now.
Maybe
I did something they don't like. I don't know. I don't know. Like we went for a picnic at a beach, Takwabe. Later I stepped down, from the boat, and I stepped on that plank. I fell down flat. So, but other people around me don't even understand what happened. Do you know funny thing? I was having a bag, all these bag souvenir they share at weddings. So like all my things are open, it's not zipped, but none of my things fell inside water. So, but I think one man that was there understood and was saying, hey, madam, But me, I know who I am, so I don't even worry. I just pack my things back inside my bag. I say, in my mind, I say, una try, una do well. Make una no vessel. I beg. I join better come. And then most people will tell you that water or river is all the same. I can swim in any river. No. Not be a river.
Like me now, I swim in the ocean.
River. Streams.
Anything.
No, it's not the streams you can enter.
I haven't gone to the ocean before, but
there's some streams and there's some rivers that are not within your community.
Oh,
that you cannot even swim. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I schooled in Naked there, and the outer middle there, you can't just enter it if you are not an indigene. They even wrote it there. You can't enter.
Take you away.
Yeah, sure, you can't enter there now. It's written there on the signboard.
So even if you can swim,
it's not for you. Even when we don't have water in the hostel, you pay the indigenes to get water for you from the river.
Did you experience something like that happening?
No, I didn't even bother going.
Okay.
I didn't even bother because it's already written there. And moreover, I don't enter river anyhow.
Because of the ties there as well.
So I don't just go and enter river. No, I don't do it. I have been to Enugu State where I supposed to go and bath in the river. When I got there, the woman that I went with was like, "Why is this river?" Like
getting aggressive.
Yeah, getting aggressive. I was like, "Don't worry." I just go there. I say, "Please, my body is hot. I came to bath. Please don't be angry. Please, I beg you. Let me just bath and go, please." And they troubled. I calmed down. I just went to one side, bath, where women do bath, and I left. So when we got home, she was telling the mother, "See what happened today." The mother was telling her, "Don't you know this friend that came to see you is not an ordinary person?" So me, I see it as a normal thing, but if I'm telling people, it will look as...
You also shared you said something about your eyes, like if your eyes pull it, the eyes gets pulled.
Yes.
It's like a message.
Yes. If I have not seen somebody for a very long time, and then my eyes started like doing me like this, pulling, bully. That means I'm going to run into a person that I've not seen for a very long time. They must be a very close friend. Then if my leg is itching me, it means I'll just go where I didn't even plan to go at all. And it's going to be a very pleasant place.
Like travel?
Travel within Lagos, anywhere. But it's going to be a place I will have fun. It can be an old friend that will just call, well, Lola, what are you doing? Come, let's go hang out. It's going to be. So anytime I have that, I used to have a very light mood. I used to be happy.
That's something.
Yeah, something is going to come. Then if my pants scratches me, this one is money, this one is money. But if these two scratch me, or more, both I and the husband, anybody around me is going to see money. Why the shot?
No, I scratch you today. Oh, wow.
It's actually a beautiful experience, Shiao.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt you. I don't doubt you at all.
A beautiful
But
experience.
it's just, just thinking, how have you been able to cope? Like, you're dealing with sounds like you're dealing with like supernatural things, and you're taking it well. For a lot of people, by now, they would have lost it. And you still say you don't want to go deeper. I think what you're experiencing, a lot of Babalaos maybe have not even experienced it.
I don't want to go deeper because, like I said, the place that my friend took me to, this thing that they used to, to consult, the thing was just cutting into pieces.
You went, was that caused by you?
According to the woman, he said that she cannot consult for me because my job is stressful, that she's not supposed to consult for me. That's supposed to be doing the job that she's doing, the same job. So that I should come for mentorship. And I don't need to go more because my own is here. It's a gift, so I don't need to go more. And when I used to, when my grandma was still around, when she was still alive, if we enter bush, like she knows the leaf for the good and the bad and whatever. Like some leaves will just like be standing for you. Some can bow for you. Some can even be on your body. Like coming close to you, pitching on your body this way. Because she was just a powerful woman. She said they are talking to her in different language because I was young, I didn't even bother to.
So she talks to the plants as well?
She will speak to them, and there's a way they do it. Because I follow her around, I was like her handbag.
So I've also heard that before, people speaking to plants.
She speaks to
and it tells them like, oh, use me for this, use me for that. I've heard that.
Yes. So
I've heard that as well. Wow. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. Lolo, she shared all these stories that would scare you. She shared everything with us today. Thank you so much, Lolo, for sharing these stories with us.
thank you.
Thank you for coming. And we hope you have a beautiful day.
Thank you.
Thank you.